Bitcoin, right, guys? Okay. Hope everyone is doing good, guys. All right. So most probably we'll try to see Bitcoin and gold today as well, right? Okay, guys. So let's see what happens, right, guys? Okay. So hope everyone's doing good. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Crypto Analyst channel by Dragon. All right, guys. Okay. So let's go without wasting time, right, guys? Okay. So we'll try to analyze the market, right, guys? Okay. Bitcoin, a little bit of pullback again on the downside. We can see that. All right. One more time, right? Yesterday we have been doing a good one, right? Okay. So two, three scalping was taken yesterday, in fact, right, guys? Okay. The last one got a bull breakouts on upper side, and because of that one, we couldn't take a shots, but there was a totally a big shots on the downside, in fact, right, guys? Okay. So we're aiming for a very big shots below, right? Okay. So again, the market is in the verge of creating a small move on a downside, right, guys? This is what we have seen, right, guys? Okay. So let me wear my spec, right? Otherwise, it will be a problem. Okay, guys, just a second. All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Welcome to the Tuesday session, right, guys? Okay. Welcome everyone. Hi, hi. If you're watching me for the first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All right, guys, so that you guys don't miss my live streaming from Monday to Friday sessions, right? All the time you can see me on a live, right? Doing some analysis with you all, right, guys? Okay. So I have been doing analysis for almost a good period with you all, right? Those who are watching me for the first time, okay? So don't forget to hit the subscribe button, all right, guys, so that you guys don't miss my live stream, right, guys? Okay. So without wasting time, let's try to analyze the Bitcoin market firstly. Then later on, we'll try to see again a gold as well, right, guys? Okay. So yeah. So far so cool, guys. So far so cool. All right. Okay, so what's happening with the Bitcoin, guys? Okay, that was a big downside move, and Bitcoin is about to give the verge of upper side move that we have seen this levels, right, guys, on a 15-minute time frame. We can see that market have just break out a small on upper side, but don't try to get faked out. So I think this can give you a fake out as well, right? Okay, guys, the high chances, right? But if it happens to give you all the clear breakouts on upper side, right, you might like to see a big move on upper side one more time, right? Okay, so most probably a Bitcoin might like to go all the way towards this levels, right? On upper side, this can be pressed. The $60,195 can be pressed on upper side, right, guys? If this real breakout, if it is a real breakout. So for that one, what we will do is, guys, all right, let's wait for the price to come above these levels, right? Okay. So most probably breaking above these levels and trying to stay above these levels, right? Okay. So we'll try to go for the big long on a upper side, right, guys? Okay. So this simple things we'll be doing on the 15 minutes time frame. But in fact, if it is not able to push an upper side, the long becomes invalid, and we'll try to push more towards the downside. All right, guys. Okay. So we can. Hi, hi. Hello, Hossein. Hi, hi, brother. Welcome. Welcome. Hope you are doing good, Hossein. Right. Okay, so we'll target those levels on upper side. 1% we have on upper side one more time, right, guys? We have seen that lots of time, right? A long time, the Bitcoin have been staying in these levels for a long time, right? Lots of accumulations is being happening in these levels, right, guys? Okay, so this is what we have seen is lots of accumulations in this levels a lot, right? Actually a lot. All right, guys. Okay. But in fact, if the market is not able to push an upper side, again, one more time, we will try to go for the liquidations on a downside, right? Okay, guys. One liquidation is left on a downside. In fact, right, guys, this is what we have observed, right? Yesterday also it couldn't fill up, right? And again, we couldn't fill up, right? Okay. So there is a W pattern formations, right? The market have tried to push an upper side, but the market couldn't come to this levels to take out the liquidations, right? If it happens to close below this levels, you'll get a good liquidations on a downside, I guess, most probably, right, guys? Okay. So for the long positions, right, let's try to wait above this levels, right, guys? Okay. If we are planning on a longs, right, we'll try to wait above these levels. But in fact, if it happens to fake you out, right, we'll wait for the short position again, trying to push one more time towards the downside, a big liquidations and a downside, right? We might like to expect that one, right, guys? So this is what we can see right now. All right. Okay. So towards the downside, right? So most probably, let's try to be a definite later on a 5 minutes time frame, right? on a 15 minutes, right? If it happens to fail this one, so most probably the Bitcoin might like to target one more time, that is on a downside 1.39 percentage. On a downside we have for the liquidations on a downside, right guys? Okay, so this is what we have right now. All right. So our thing is to observe whether the market is able to uh, give us the breakouts on upper side or not, right? So once it clears out this one, and if it happens to step up, we shall plan a long positions and try to push on upper side, right guys? Okay, but in fact if it is happens to get a rejection from these levels, then we'll be waiting for the short below these levels, right? And try to go for the short, and we'll target these levels on a downside. This can be one move on the 15 minutes time frame, right guys? Okay, so this is what we can think of right now. All right guys, okay, let this, you try to observe this one, right guys? Okay, at the same time, all right, so what we have seen is Bitcoin, it might be able to, it might be squeezing you all a lot, all right, in this level. So lots of time you might be facing some stop losses, frequent hit of stop losses as well on this levels, right guys? Okay, so most probably market is still playing inside this one, right guys? Okay, so most probably the Bitcoin might like to go for the one liquidations and a downside. All right guys, okay, so let's try to see what the Bitcoin wants to do it, right guys? But it is squeezing it a little bit as well, right? Forming a sideways as well, right? And we see that Bitcoin price is getting squeezed again and again, right guys? Okay, all right guys, okay, so sideways, right? Totally a sideways. We are still inside the sideways that we have on the last week, right guys? Okay, still inside this one, right guys? Okay, we are inside this one on a 15 minutes time frame. You can clearly see that. All right, okay, so where is the space we have on upper side, right? One space, right? Okay, which is unfilled. And where is the next space? The next space we have on a downside, which is unfilled, right? So right now the market is just playing inside the middle one, right? Middle range, where the price is still not a very good zone to trade. In fact, right guys, okay, not a very good zone to trade it, right? Okay, but we'll try our best to take out some good trades, right? Okay, and try to analyze it and try to make some dollars together, right guys? Okay, so we have seen that the price have in this levels, right? From this levels, right? Okay, so let me mark this one with a different color, right? Should I mark with the blue one? Yeah, okay, green one. All right, and this green zone, right? Okay, so blue one and the green one. Actually the price is still playing inside this box, but in fact price have tried to break out on upper side as well as a downside, and still the price is in middle, right? Not able to break out on upper side or downside. Okay, so lots of 1 2 3. All right, lots of times it have tried to hit you, whereby lots of analysis is going to be getting failed in this levels, right guys? Frequently it has a good chances of getting failed, all right guys, because the market is totally in the sideways, right? Okay, it is not giving you the trend as well on upper side, right? So you can see in a 15 minutes time frame we are still playing inside this box, right? Okay guys, what you have observed, so you, if your analysis is not working again and again, you should make sure that what's happening inside the market, right? So it's still inside this one, right? Not very good zone to trade it, but okay, nothing much to worry. We'll try our best to try to take out few trades. Not a very good zone, right? Okay, people, if it was breaking out on upper side and breaking out on the downside, that will be a beautiful to take out one trades for you all right, so from these levels we have chances of getting below these levels, right? And or the market should push you all the way on upper side, breaking out on the upper side, right? Okay, so two levels we have, that is $61,938 and a downside $58,000. Okay, if you happen to see clearly, right guys? If you try to draw one trend at these levels, right? In fact, let's try to go for the bigger time frame as well. Bigger time frame, right? Okay, so on a bigger time frame what you will observe is, guys, all right, so it is trying to make one small trend in these levels, whereby the Bitcoin looks something like this in these levels, right? Okay, so if you happen to see these levels, right? Okay, so small play around in these levels, right? So what I'm saying is, guys, all right, the market has right now, the market is below the average. Most probably market should be moving on the downside, all right? Okay, what we can observe in this levels 4 hours time frame, playing inside a little bit and trying to push to the zone, right? So only this can be one expectation for us right now, all right, guys, okay? So I am expecting something like this, all right, okay? So yesterday, we are trying to plan one long positions and over here only around 0.8% pump was given on upper side. All right. I have shared you all on the group as well, but you have to manage your risks. Once it tries to get on a downside, you should be careful for that one, all right, guys? Okay. So you should be careful. On a 4 hours time frame, you see that the price is about to get shrink as well. So a little bit careful, guys. Whatever you do it, just try to be careful, right? Okay. So if it happens to be inside this one, right, guys? This is so boring, right, guys? Again, it becomes so boring because like a loss of time, your analysis won't be working at all, right? Because like you're getting shrink inside this candle, not a good zone to trade. This is why I'm saying you all, right? Okay. And one thing, right, guys? Okay. So if the market happens to push up above these levels, right, average above this average, right? So most probably you might like to see the price moving around 62 to 63 zone on upper side, right? Okay, so most probably this weekend only, I think the price will be able to reverse. Okay, so maybe on Wednesday or the weekends, right? Tomorrow or the weekends only. I don't think the market is going to give you a big pump on upper side right now. All right. So firstly, it might like to fill up this one, right, guys? So let's see where how to get to these levels, right, guys? Okay. So where we will be marking on a 4 hours time frame, this will be our targets on a downside. If the market happens to break down towards the downside, that's $58,557 on a downside, right? Okay. So maybe coming week Wednesday or Thursday, then only we might like to see a big bull move on upper side, most probably, right, guys? Okay. If there is a news, it might be possible, but uh, if there is nothing else, right, market in such condition, it will be very difficult for the market to give you a bigger moves. All right. In fact, in the sideways, you'll be getting small moves, right? And we can see the move still now. The longs are getting very perfect move on upper side, very big candles on upper side, right? So aggressive plus recently we can see small like sellers are also getting interested to sell it, right? Okay, so most probably I'm expecting the price to fall back to those levels. So let's try to wait it, right, guys? Okay, let's try to wait. Okay, so wait how we wait it, right, guys? Okay, 15 minutes. Let's try to go on a 15 minutes one more time, right, guys? Okay, so those who have, so where is our target? This is our target. So where is our average? This is the average. The price have fallen down from the average towards the downside, right, guys? Okay, so most probably if the market happens to push up, right, so getting back to the average and trying to push you one more time towards the downside can be one a possible move, right, guys? Okay, a possible move. Okay, if you try to make one trend in these levels, right, guys? Okay, so you should understand the market what it is doing, otherwise you are going to get bashed off one again and again in such kind of markets, right, guys? You understand the market, then only you will be able to make some dollars, otherwise it is going to make you a loser, right? Okay, it's going to empty your pocket, guys. All right, just try to be careful, all right, because the market is in sideways and it's getting trying to get shrink, all right? Okay, so most probably, right? So right now, till where I can expect a pullback, right? Okay. So in this levels, I can expect some pullback, all right? Going back right now, all right? And trying to merge you towards the downside one more time. That can be possible move, right? Okay. Or one thing is trying to break out on upper side, right? And stay above and close above. Then we are approaching an upper side, right, guys? Okay. So you must wait whether the market is trying to break out on upper side or not, right? Okay. On a downside as well, right, guys? Okay. So you just observe whether the market gets a rejection. So you will be waiting for this levels to short it and you will come to this levels, right? Okay. So this is what I'm going to do in this levels right now. All right. In fact, I was planning for the shots only, right? I have opened one long short position from here already. Okay. And and a small move was given on the downside, right? Okay, only 0.43 percentage I could get it, grab it, right? Okay, so let's try to see, guys. All right, so right now the market is pushing up a little bit. All right, let's expect the price to go back to this level at least for now. All right, okay, if it happens to break through, then the market is going around this zone on upper side, right? Okay, so average. Okay, guys, so when well you are trying to understand the trend as well, right? Okay, so if it happens to throw you directly towards the downside, right, will be as well waiting for a short position, but a little bit risky that's going to be, because like market is going to play around in the zone a bit, right? Okay, so you must observe whether the market is clearing out on upper side or not, right? Then it will be very confident for you all to go for the shorts or long, right guys? Okay, so this is what I feel for the trend analysis, right? Though that there is no good trends in these levels, right, I try to aggressively plan you some trends, right, in these levels, right guys? Okay, so at the same time, all right, what we can understand in this levels is, guys, all right, we have a huge liquidations left on the downside, right? Okay, on the upper side as well, all right. Okay, you have been observing that one, right? So there is a W pattern formation, so those who have long in this levels, market might like to take out them, right, while going on a downside, right? So maybe 58,500 ranges for that one as well, if we take the concept of liquidations in this levels, right? Okay, so most probably market might like to come to this levels, $58,518, right? Yeah guys, so far so cool. So if you try to test this levels, right, if you try to see the breakout strategy, this is just a breakout market try to break out on the downside, and it is trying to retest from these levels, right? Okay, so broke out and it couldn't close below, and if it happens to break out on upper side, that can be a long positions, right? But in fact, if it happens to come down and try to close below these levels, then you'll get a Sarara short positions on a downside, most probably, right? One more time, right, on a short. So if you wanted to take risks on a shots, right, on a direct positions in this levels, you can direct a short from this levels, but making sure that your level of breakout stop loss should be above the bull side, right? The levels whereby the peers cannot trace it, right? So if you wanted to short in these levels, right? Okay, so one shot can be a risky shot. That's going to be very risky. You are planning your shots at the base, okay, which is going to be very risky, right? In fact, if you try to plan it, right, your stop losses should be above this level, guys. All right, above these levels. All right, so if it happens to go up till this level, it has a chances of going up on upper side. Okay, so you have a W pattern in this levels as well. So market is making small trend in this levels, right? Where when it will be confirmed, I will share you that as well, right? Okay, market is just now in this levels right now. All right, if it happens to go up above this trend, that's going to be bullish, but below this trend we can plan for the shorts and take the scalpings on the downside, and all those things can be done on the downside. Okay, so you will be planning mostly for the liquidations on a downside. So maximum TP that you can plan with for a downside can be this levels, right? 1.42 percentage on a downside, right guys? Okay, so if you are planning very risky, you can go with the minimum fund only, because the market is in sideways, you should be careful, right? Okay, so so what we have seen is, right, the market is in the sideways right now, all right. In fact, we have been planning for the shorts further moving on a downside if it happens to give you the liquidations on a downside, right? We have been aiming for that one from yesterday only, right? Trying to plan the market towards the downside, right, in these levels. So for the confirmations, what you will be observing is whether the market is, if you wanted to go for the confident rate, whether the market is giving you small breakouts and getting to this average and passing through on a downside. I'm showing you when the trades gets confident, guys. Okay, so if it happens to come below these levels, that's going to be very confident for the shots, right? But in fact, if it happens to get rejection from here and again not closing below, and if the market happens to come out on upper side and passes above these levels, right, that's going to be a long positions, and that we can trace up to, especially I think we can trace up to 60,210 ranges on upper side, right guys? Okay, on upper side move. Okay guys, so this is what we can plan it. All right. So for now, you will be in the retest phase a little bit, right, whereby small pullback is given. So you will be observing whether the market gives you the breakouts on upper side or not, right? Okay, so right now this short is not yet confident, just a small assumption is being taken. Accordingly, you can plan your setups, right guys? Okay, it's not a financial advice, make your own research. Okay, so you should be able to identify whether the market, this trade is risky, confident, and moderate trade. All right, So this can be a very risky trade right now. If you wanted to wait for the confidence, just wait for the market to give you one more pullback, right? And see whether the market gets a rejection from the top or not. If it gets a rejection from the top, you're ready to wait for the short positions and try to go for a confident shots below, right? Right now, this trade is not confident, guys. Okay, you can take a small risks only if you are aggressively planning it. All right. Okay, guys, so this is what we are able to understand looking at this levels, all right, because the market is in such a way that market might like to shrink you all in this level as well, right? Okay, market might like to give you all, market is pushing the price, shrinking the price, okay, like something like a triangle patterns, right? In a bigger time frame, you will see it clearly, right? So which is trying to take out your stop loss again and again. All right, guys. Okay. So if you are planning in this zone, most of the time your stop loss is going to be done. All right, guys. Okay. So you are planning something like this, right, guys? Okay. If we are aiming for the liquidations below, right? Aiming for this levels low, right? Okay. So a little bit risky. Okay. This week have been a little bit risky. All right. Okay. Yesterday, it was a little bit easier for us to trace it because we were not getting this string, right? But today, if you planted any positions, it may not be very good targets, right? But it will be of smaller target, I guess, most probably. All right, nothing much financial advice though, right, guys? Okay, most probably it's going to be a little bit a small target. We cannot assume very long, right? Okay, not very big targets, right? So this is what I feel. All right, guys. Okay, let's see what happens, right, guys? Okay, so most probably we have a liquidations on a downside. All right, liquidations to be taken out, people who have longs in this levels, right? We have that one. And after taking out the liquidations, we might like to push the price on upper side. That's also possible, right? Okay, so let's see what the market wants to do, what market has to do it in this levels, right, guys? Okay, so you need to have patience. So I have given you some possible moves, right? Okay, so on upper side, that can be a pullback on upper side whereby you are going back to the average, right? Okay, on a downside, you have a gap, right? On upper side as well, you have a gap, right? So firstly, we are nearer to the downside gap, so we are have been planning on a downside. All right. Okay, so we have gap over here. We have a good gap in this levels on upper side as well, right? Okay, so yesterday we have been planning on upper side to target this levels, but from the halfway only, it keeps getting rejected, right? So it is nearer to this gap, so let's try to fill up this gap first, right, guys? Okay, so liquidation gap, we have a liquidations on upper side as well as a downside. Okay, guys, so this is, you have to understand it. All right, so market will be taking out one side liquidations and doing the one side liquidations, going back, taking out another side of liquidations. That can be a possible move that we can expect, right, guys? Okay. So we are aiming for the liquidations. Let's see whether this gives us the liquidations or not, right, guys? Okay, we have a W patterns in this levels, right? We have been aiming for that one. All right. Okay, for the confident one, if it happens to give one more pullback, that is going to be a confident one, but let's see whether it gives it or not, right? Okay, guys, so far so cool. Hope everyone's doing good, right? Those who are watching me for the first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, all right, guys, so that you guys don't miss my live streaming. We try to understand the market. That's more important, guys, all right? We try to understand the market and create some positions for you all. We try to take out the noise, right? That's more important. The randomly planning setups cannot help you all right? One time it might like to help you, but all the time it's not going to help you out, right, guys? Okay, so you should be able to know that, right, guys? Okay, so after taking out liquidations, if the market happens to come up on upper side and try to pass on upper side, right, above these levels, we will be planning a long positions, right, and trying to push on a upper side. Downside also we can plan for the long positions, right, after the liquidations. Okay, guys. Downside also we can plan from the downside as well. We can plan for the long position, but that is going to be more risky as well, right? Okay, if the market happens to push you down up a little bit towards the down, right? Okay, so we can wait for those who are waiting for the long positions. We can wait above this level one position, right? Okay, we can target at least 1% because like you are in the sideways. Let's take into consideration that we are in the sideways, and yeah, so we may not expect a very big move. Even if we expect, that might be some lazy move, right? Maybe not a very big breakouts, a big something like that, right? Okay, I cannot expect something like that. All right. Okay, so let's see, guys. Anyways, all right. So for the long ones, we can target above these levels. At least we can target still these levels on upper side, right, guys? Okay, one percentage we have on the upper side if the market happens to pass on upper side, right? Okay, and another long can be expected once it finishes the move on a downside one more time, right? Okay, so what we are understanding is, guys, all right, so in this level, all right, so market try to get a rejection, repeated rejection from the support, got a good demand and try to push the market again and again at upper side. Right now we wanted to take out the people who have a long positions in this levels. All right, market, not we, market wants to take out. If that market, that's called liquidations, whereby we are aiming for that one, right? Taking out the people who have a long from this zone. So after the taking out, then we might like to aim for a little bit long positions on upper side, right? That can give you a good reversal on upper side. That can be one possible move, right, guys? Okay. So let's see, guys. Anyways, what the market wants to do it, right? I could downside, okay, without any pullback on upper side, right? This is what we have seen right now. So liquidations. Right now, a small drop down is given, that is of 0.3 percentage, right? Okay, small drop down is given impact. All right, so after clearing out this zone, right, we might like to look for the long position above this levels, right? Okay, so if we happens to, we can plan from the downside as well, but that's going to be a little bit risky, all right, because you are entering to the zone whereby the sailors, then opposite peoples will be planning the shots, right? Okay, so that can push you temporarily toward downside. It won't let you to come up easily, right? But when the market passes above these levels, that's going to be easier for you to push the market towards the upper side. You can go with a buy of big boom on upper side. This is what I feel. All right, in this zone. Okay, guys. So let's see, guys, what the market wants to do. All right. So we have lots of things. We see that Bitcoin is facing a lot of things in these levels, right? So if you are not able to understand market, you are going to repeatedly get bashed off in those kind of market. Just try to understand the market firstly, then only we will be able to plan something else. In this random market, I can see only one thing: taking out the liquidations on one side or taking out the liquidation on one side, right? So maybe market might like to take the liquidation on the top side, or firstly on the downside, taking out the both sides should be taken out. All right, both side long and shorts should be taken out. Those who have aggressively planned for the longs as well as shorts, I think those people should be. Hi, hi, good evening. Hi, Logo Man, how are you doing? Shall we buy $58,500? Mm, that can be a possibly a good target, a good risk with a um, good risks. You will be taking it with the good targets. All right, so this is what you'll be doing in this levels, right? Okay, but most probably if you are waiting for the long positions, if the price happens to come up above, especially if it happens to pass down, if it happens to come above 59,100 ranges, that is going to be a risk free for you all, right? So it has a possibilities that market directly push you towards the downside, and from here the further downside as well. All right, okay, it doesn't mean that it should be getting a reversal, but because of the sideways, the gap that we have, I'm expecting the price to again pull back, give a pullback on upper side, and try to take out all the people who have shots in this level. All right, so maybe in this levels, what I'm thinking is it might like to give you all the further shots, right? Hope, all right, give you a small move on a downside and quickly swap you all the way on upper side. That is of one expected movement for this sideways. All right, but in fact, if the market wants to continue on a downside, that is also possibly possible, right, guys? We cannot say that's impossible, right? So for the risk free, why don't you wait for a little bit to try to market to gain a little bit? Don't try to catch the bottoms, right? Rock bottoms. try let the market to do some pull back, right? Okay, so most probably that could be a good zone, right? Trying to come up, all right? So especially if you can plan above these levels, you will be very confident on upper side, all right? So you will be, so if it happens to further continue on upper side, that's well and good. If it's not able to continue, then in fact you will be getting 1% at least, right? Okay, for the long ones. All right, guys. So we have a gap on upper side as well as a downside, all right? So we will be checking whether the market tries to fill up this gap or not, right? Okay, so most probably for now we are aiming a little bit on a downside. All right. Okay, guys, so far so cool. Hope you are doing good. Those who are watching me for the first time, don't forget to hit a subscribe button. All right, try to understand the market, guys. All right, so understand. We'll try to give our best to understand the market, right? Okay, so we have a short position in these levels, right? Okay, and we are aiming for the liquidations. That's all. Those who have long positions over here created a W pattern. So I always give you an example of this W pattern because this is so easy for you to understand the liquidations, right? Okay, you have a W pattern in these levels. Lots of buyers have brought it in these levels, right, guys? Okay, so this levels understand, we can understand these levels in a two ways, right? One is directly planning you a big longs on upper side, or going up to certain range and trying to come down and taking out those who have long in this levels. That's called liquidations, right? Okay, those who have longs in this levels, those levels, right? Lots of long we can see in this level. So we are just aiming for this one because like lots of analysis is going to feel in this levels, right? Trend analysis, whatever analysis is going to, and we cannot expect very big target. That's a thing, right? As soon as it tries to get out from the breakout zone, I mean that string candle or the sideways, then only we can expect a bigger candles formations on those things, right, guys? Okay, so otherwise this is a totally a sideways move, right? Okay, and the price is getting a little bit shrink, right? And you cannot expect very big moves, right? Okay, in fact you need to book some profit on these levels, right? Okay, and rest you can shift your stop losses, minimize your risks, right? And try to, because like you are in the range whereby market can push you towards the longs as well, right? Okay, so you are aiming for the liquidations totally, right? So just minimize your risks and try to hold it, right, guys? This is what we can do it in these levels, right? Okay, so a small 0.4 percentage high, we cannot expect very big moves, guys. All right, in fact we can target 1%, 1.5%, not more than that one, I guess, most probably, right? Guys. So most probably the Wednesday only I might like to expect a very big moves on upper side, right, guys? Okay, so most probably. All right, nothing much financial advice though, guys. Make your own research before you move in, right, guys, so that you guys don't get bashed off. All right, okay, so this will be the level, the average point. If it happens to pass below this levels, stay below this levels, you'll be getting a further more downside, right? But in fact if it happens to come out, then we'll try to go for a long side, right? Okay, but most probably planning along in this average range, it may not help you much, right? But if it happens to pass above these levels, it is going to be a beautiful long for you all. So we will be observing whether the market is able to try to come down and close below these levels or not, right? Okay, if it close below, then that is going to further more deep. That is, this is why I'm saying that in this levels 5,000 50,000 500 ranges you cannot plan your longs. It might give you the profits as well, but that's going to be very risky, right? In fact if it happens to stay below these levels, right? Okay, then you might be seeing a big drop on a downside in the coming weeks, right? Okay, guys, in this level. So you will be able, you should observe in this levels if the market happens to come through this level for the liquidations, right? Okay, let's do. Okay, book some profits. Don't expect very big moves. All right. हो गया हाँ नहीं छस गया Bifchamış, mumchamış. Abdurdangan. Yaşlısın Şişininga. Shishudi. Okay, book some profits, okay, guys. Don't expect very big moves. All right. This is on sideways. If it gives, take it. Otherwise, book some profit, move your stop loss immediately to the entry. All right. Don't take much risks. You are a rock at bottom. All right. And if it gives the liquidation, you'll get a boom. All right. Otherwise, there can be a good reversal on the upper side as well. All right. Okay. So for the reversal, right, guys, okay, if you wait above this level, that's going to be a confident long for you all. If you cannot wait till this level, if you want to take a little bit more risks, as soon as market happens to break out after giving a pullback on these levels, if it happens to give, then you can plan your longs above your stop losses and try to go. All right, till then you can hold for the shots right now. Let's see whether the market gives us the liquidations or not, because like this position yesterday we have planned from these levels and short out, right? Okay, and we were waiting for people to market to do the liquidation in this level, but it have left incomplete for that zone, right? Okay, so again the market is coming, right? We are expecting some moves in this level. All right, taking out the longs from this level especially. Okay, let's see, guys. Okay, understand the market. All right, it's not very difficult as well, right? Try to understand the market. Sometimes it may work, sometimes it may not work, but at least try to give your try for your uh, to understand the market. That's more important. Good demand range. This is a good demand range, guys. All right. We want some liquidations on the downside. So as a logo man says, right, if the market happens to reach in these levels, planning along, you can plan, of course, right? But maybe it can be more risky, all right? But more risks always comes with a big rewards. You have to understand that one, all right? If it happens to give the liquidations, you can plan long, of course, from these levels. But risk always comes with a rewards, right? It will be very risky, plus risk comes with a reward, right? Okay, so you have to understand that one. So let's observe in these levels right now. It have given a trend breakouts on the downside, right? So if you wanted to wait for the longs, the confident levels above this level, okay? If the New York sessions happens to give you a good pump, you might like to see these levels on upper side. All right. दिल चुराही मेरी किसने हो सनम तूने तूने one pending fall is left in this level, right, guys? For a buy, Bitcoin can aim to this level. So when, I don't know, $56,400 on the downside. Pending orders. Okay, guys, so far so cool. हिंदी में बताओ अंकुर क्या बताऊं यार कुछ बन रहा है क्या पैसा बन रहा है बनाना मुश्किल है ये मार्केट कंडीशन में कुछ पैसा बनाने थोड़ा मुश्किल है समझ जाना चाहिए थोड़ा साइडवेज भी चल रहा है और स्क्वीज भी हो रहा है थोड़ा थोड़ा देगा टारगेट बट प्रॉफिट्स इतना रेंज में बड़ा रेंज में नहीं देगा ठीक है तो वो समझना चाहिए ठीक है so, right, guys, what I meant to say is like in a sideways move, right? Usually it doesn't provide you a big range. In fact, if you are able to catch up top and bottom, that's well and good. Otherwise, I don't expect very good moves. All right, small move. Aggressively, we can plan it, right? Okay. पूरा बाई या सेल अभी थोड़ा सेल करके रख दिया है ये जोन से लिक्विडेशन ट्रेस करने का कोशिश कर रहा है लिक्विडेशन देगा कि नहीं देगा लिक्विडेशन दिया तो हम लोग इधर से लिक्विडेशन ले लेंगे 1.43 परसेंटेज ऑफ है नीचे। ऑलराइट ओके, तो लिक्विडेशन देगा कि नहीं देगा वही बात हम लोग का भी वही वेट कर रहा है, एक शॉर्ट लेके ऊपर से। ठीक है, लिक्विडेशन देगा तो ये तक मार्केट गिरने का चांसेस है, क्योंकि देयर इज अन लिक्विडेशन लेवल, राइट। सो एमिंग फॉर दैट वन। लिक्विडेशन मार्केट नहीं दिया तो फिर ऊपर साइडवेज में, क्योंकि मार्केट साइडवेज में चल रहा है देखो, तो पूरा पूरा दिन पूरा वीक ऐसे 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 बैठा। ठीक है, तो फिर इससे रिजेक्शन दिया तो हम लोग फिर ऊपर चले जाएंगे। ठीक है, थोड़ा वेट करेंगे first, right? Let's wait for a minute, right? Okay. तू है, तू है, ओ। BTC sale, alright, okay. Let's see, okay, let's see. We cannot directly say 54,000 because we are just scalping, right? Let's see, let's wait, have patience, right? Okay, let's see. Nothing much financial advice now, guys. Okay, try to understand your levels, right? Okay. Market have tried this level so many times. Let's see whether the market is able to give some moves to you all or not, right? Wednesday move, right? So we'll be expecting this Wednesday, this one, right? से देगा रिवर्सल इन अपर साइड, और दिस से देगा देगा देखेगा। ठीक है, इससे नहीं हो पाया तो मार्केट गिरना चाहिए ये तक, इससे देना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, मार्केट को ऊपर से। तो अभी क्या कोशिश करेंगे हम लोग, अभी सेल का से वन डायरेक्शन ही प्लान करेंगे। ठीक है, देखेगा पुल बैक क्या होता है, कितना तक जाता है। तू है, तू है, ओ दिल चुराई मेरी किसने हो सनम, तूने, तूने। Three levels. ब्रेकआउट दे दिया, रिटेस्ट कर रहा है। Let's wait, okay, have patience. ये कैंडल, ये इसका बात वेट करेंगे। ठीक है, तो what we will do is, if the market happens to open along, right? Okay, if it happens to get rejection, come down to this levels, and again it breaks out on upper side, and we'll plan long above this level. All right, okay, so at least we'll target this one, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, guys, target this one. If it happens to give reversal, those who are aggressively waiting for the longs, right? If you don't want to go for the longs, then you can ignore the upper side paths. All right. Hi, hi. Om, Om Vishnu Om. Om Vishnu Om. Om Vishnu Om. नीचे गिरा हुआ है liquidations, ऊपर गिरा हुआ है, पड़ा हुआ है pullbacks, right, guys? Okay. Downside we have a liquidations, on upper side we have a pullback on upper side. Okay. Let's see which will be given. Don't get confused, guys. All right. Don't get confused, please. All right. If short fails for the liquidations, we'll aim for the long side. Okay. Which karo BT? What do you think? Liquidations or a small pullback on upper side one more time? Guys, what's your view, guys? What do you think? 1 hour looks something like this. Check on 15 minutes, right, guys? Okay. So after here, market should get after this rejection, market should either give you a downfall move or get a rejection from here and breakouts on the side. Okay. We wait for that zone down here, downside, or give a reversal on the upper side. Patience, right, guys? Wait. If you wanted to wait for the confidence, wait for the last move, right? Going up, getting rejections, and again coming down and closing below. All right. And for the longs, if it happens to get rejection from these levels and pass through on upper side and step up, you can immediately open long and try to trace 1% on upper side when the New York sessions opens, right? Let's see what we have for the New York sessions tonight, right? Just a second, all right, guys. Let's wait. Okay, guys, let's see. All right. So two things can happen. Market has some chances of getting reversal from this level as well on upper side one more time. All right. Or throw back from this levels all the way to its downside. All right. We have shots right now. So as soon as it tries to push up on upper side from this levels, we'll try to go for one long and at least try to trace this level. Okay, guys, on upper side. If it happens to give. Om mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum. Om mani. I can't say anything, guys. This last move can be up or down. All right. But we have a possibilities. Whatever we do it. Small drop only right now. At the same time, let's try to check for the gold as well, right, guys? Those who are gold lover, right? Okay. Let's try to check for the gold as well. All right. Gold, yesterday's target all filled. Okay, those yesterday we were doing one live stream on a one setup on a downside. You remember, guys, for the gold. All right. That have been filled. All right, guys. Yesterday on the live, we have been doing this. If you remember that have given you all the move 2.16% on downside. That's not bad. Right. Okay. Yesterday's okay. This is yesterday's okay. Let's try to understand the gold market as well, right? Yesterday, those who are watching me yesterday, right? If you have taken, you have got a big profits on the downside. All right. For now, gold, I think gold needs to move back to these levels. Then again, one more move down can be expected. All right. Okay. Let's try to delete this one, right, guys? Okay. For the gold, let's try to have delete this one for now. All right. We'll try to have another analysis for you all. Let me delete all those things, right? Gold, yesterday's trade done perfectly. Okay, we took only one trade yesterday for the gold. That is done perfectly, right? Gold lovers, okay. Gold will play around in the zone, all right, and it will try to push you up. Okay, guys, one more time. You'll see this one on the gold, all right. So where you'll be waiting for your positions for the gold, guys, this is the level whereby you'll be waiting for another positions, right? Okay, for the gold on the shorts, all right. So while going on upper side, you won't be doing anything. While coming on a downside, you'll be waiting in this zone to go for one shots on the downside, right? Okay, you'll be observing whether the gold pass through on the downside, get rejection from the top or not, right? At the same time, you should be getting rejection from these levels and trying to push you one more time towards the downside. All right, guys, for the gold lovers, this can be seen for you all. And you can expect the gold to fall back to $3,865 on the downside. All right, guys, I think gold can give you this move. So this shots is for the gold is going to be valid. All right, once it gets a rejection from the, it will try to break out in this level. All right, and it will try to go on upper side as well. But your duty is to wait in these levels to go for a shots. All right, okay. Once it tries to come below in the zone for 1,000 this ranges, you are targeting 4% down on the downside. All right, okay. So this can be one move. All right, but in fact, if the retest happens to get rather than getting rejection, if it happens to move on upper side, you will be getting through on these levels. All right, okay. So most probably gold, in fact, if it happens to pass through on upper side, then you'll see a move on upper side. So this level is so important. Right at the middle you are, right? This is the bottom, this is the top, and you are at the middle right now. All right, okay. So for the scalpers, right, what you can do is, right, so it have tried to push you on upper side on the scalpings, right? Most probably this was the level that you had it, right? So one more retest you might like to do it, right? If it doesn't do that retest, you can at least target for the gold. This range on upper side, 0.82 percentage. Right, guys. Okay. Let me see. Should be able to give you the breakouts towards downside. Firstly, a fall towards downside can be expected. Filling up some FVG, right? Then it might like to give you one move on upper side, right? So you can trace for the scalpers this level, okay? If it happens again, you will get back to this level for the retest, I guess, most probably. Okay, and if it happens to pass that one, you'll get in through on this levels, but if you get rejection from this level, you are waiting for the shots in the zone, right? And trying to come down, all right? Okay, otherwise you will be waiting for your shots above this level, in this level, okay, for the golds. All right, this is what you can do it for the gold lovers. This is for the gold lovers, okay. So most probably market might like to come down, right? And after pushing up on upper side, you can plan one long positions in these levels and try to trace the last liquidations on upper side. All right, the gold. This will be targeting almost maximum levels to this level. Okay, I think this can be possible moves. All right, I'm trying to come and fill up this level. All right, BTC, I think going good, right? Got a rejection from these levels, right? And going good right now. So for the longs, you wait above this level. If the market happens to push above this level, then only plan long, okay? Otherwise, below these levels, we will be planning only shorts. All right, guys, only shorts. So this level, book profits. Till this levels, we can trace it on a downside for the scalpers. All right. Okay, guys. For the gold also, we need to get reverse back, right, in this level. Then only the last move can be, I think, expected move can be given on this level, 0.84 percentage on upper side. Coming back will be a beautiful for the gold. All right. BTC going good. All right. We are aiming for last liquidations. We lots of analysis is going to fail in the BTC in this level. You should understand these levels, right? Okay, lots of setups won't be expected in this level. All right, in this kind of market condition, guys. Okay, lots of time you will end up facing your stop losses. All right, if you are facing your stop losses again and again, that doesn't mean that you are doing wrong, but the market situation is not for your choice. All right, okay, so you need to be a little bit extra careful in this kind of market. All right, even me, if I try to plan without understanding, you'll try to bash me definitely, right? Okay, but this level is so important. Lots of time market have gone up, give a pullback from this level 59,103. All right, it broke out towards downside as well, right? Okay, and it have got a lots of rejections from these levels from support. All right, acting as a very strong support. If we break this one, right, you might be seeing a quick drop on the downside. That's called liquidations, right? We are aiming for that one. All right, let's see if it gives. Going good. Gold got stuck over there. BTC playing nice. All right. Exactly right, guys. Okay. So we were expecting the BTC to break down. That broke out, went up, got a rejection, and give you a downside move, right? So this was the point whereby the BTC should be deciding if it was moving on upper side, should get a rejection. While it is getting a rejection from this level, if you see on a small time frame, you'll see exactly what have happened in these levels, right, guys? Okay. So this was what we were expecting, right? Okay. Market went up. So this was the level from where you should be getting a rejections, right? Okay. This levels rather than closing below, if it was pushing up, we would be waiting for long positions on the upper side, but rather it aimed for the liquidations on the downside. That was the last four TPs of yesterday, right, guys? Okay, the four TPs of yesterday. So now, most probably, Bitcoin might try to come to this level. All right, okay. Small pullback will be given. In fact, right, hopefully, like sideways, right, shouldn't be giving you all the again breakouts on upper side. Like yesterday, right? It was planning you on a upper side. So now you wait for those levels to open long, all right, while returning an upper side. This is the liquidity level, right? Okay. If it further continues on a downside, it will move on a downside. If it happens to give a reversal from those levels or wherever it is, right, after taking out this longs, right? Okay. Maybe small liquidity, small pushing up, trying to take out a small levels of these levels, you should book some profits already, right? Okay. These levels, you should book profits. And if it happens to further move down, this will be traced. All right. And from this level, reversal is expected. One level. All right. If it happens to stay below, you should be very careful in this observing these levels. If it happens to close below, right, if it is not able to push up on upper side, then you'll get a further drop on a downside. All right. That can be all the way towards downside, right? Okay. So for the confident, this levels can be one good zone to go for the longs, right? And if it happens to pass below, break below this levels, we'll wait for this one. All right, we'll wait for this one. All right, for the long ones. That's nice, right? That's perfect. 0.54 percentage, right? Shouldn't hold above this level. All right, guys. If it holds above, goes above this level, you'll get long, right? And you can target at least your long to at least till this level, right? Now, that's liquidation drop. It should be a quick one. Taken out. One long taken out. Those who have long position here from yesterday in this level, right? Now already having a fear. This long will have already a big fear now because they have been holding for the price to move on upper side, but it couldn't give the expected range. From the half only, the expected range the market tried to the because of this green candles on upper side, people, even me, I have expected a bigger moves on upper side. All right. But market, what it did, slowly created a short side, right? It came down for the liquidations and the downside, right? For now, long, let's try to keep it aside. So this becomes invalid for now. All right, let me delete this one. All right, you understand what I'm trying to say, okay, guys? All right, without understanding, don't plan anything. If it happens to break through these levels, you are getting a bigger liquidations on the downside. Longs are getting liquidated. Hey, Zivot. Zivot, no. No sound? Sound is there, right? My voice is slow. All right. I'm giving more energy and setup. We talk long and trade on short. Right now, Zivot? Yesterday's plan, you mean? Zivot? Long is only above this level. Okay, Zivot. If it happens to come back, right, you can trace at least this levels on upper side. After the liquidations, me never understand. No, Zivot. Yesterday's or today, you mean this setup? Oh, that was on gold. That was on gold. Zivot. Gold, you mean gold? You checked on gold or BT? BT long is there was a two levels whereby I have talked, right, for you all. So we were having this one, right? Okay. So if it was passing through, coming down and getting rejection from these levels and trying to push you on upper side, then we have planned for the long above this level. Above these levels, we wanted to go for the long. Okay, but from this age, it's check at this level. All right. So this levels, right? We're expecting the price to get reversed from here. Okay, exactly. It went up, got a rejection from these levels, and try to push you down, right? So this was the level that I have marked you, right? From where, if it was getting rejection from these levels, exactly from before it goes all the way towards downside, we would have planned for the longs, right? okay, and moved up on upper side, but it happens to directly break down. So you need to book some profits in these levels, right? And book some profits in this level. So that was, so we have two things in this levels. One is we're expecting the reversal on upper side, and one is going for the liquidations on a downside. Okay, so two things we have been discussing uh, in the live stream right now. All right, okay, so you can plan it accordingly. All right, so it's, don't get confused, guys. Okay, plan accordingly. All right. Mhm. So longs got invalid, right? You understood this what? I'm sorry if I have confused you. Sorry, I'm confused if you are confused. Okay. For longs, you can wait above this level. All right. Okay. Once it gets reversed, if it happens to get reversed, you can wait in fact above these levels on a long. All right. And you can plan for the upper side for the BTC. All right. Okay. But downside, we have a liquidations, good level of liquidations. And from these levels, when we are reaching to these levels, we will be checking on whether the market is trying to stay below or get a quick reversal and try to push you on upper side. Okay. If it happens to push you, then you will at least grab these levels on upper side, 1.34 percentage at least. Okay, if it happens to. Let's see anyways, right? I just watched me too stupid to trade. Okay, I'm a woman and I was confused. It's okay, easy what, it's okay. Okay. Try to catch what I explain over here. That will be easier, alright. Okay. Sometimes I draw lots over here, you might get confused, guys. Okay. You understand, you try to hear me, alright. You listen to my voice, alright. Then it will be easier for you to trade it, guys. Nothing much financial advice though, alright. Make your own research. So yesterday long, we have been planning from here, but got a reverse from certain levels. I need to close from this levels only for the longs. All right. The one that I provided you all in the group, right? Around 60,000 something ranges, right? 60,100 ranges. Could give only a small move on the side and got reversed again. So what I mean to say is, right, so this is the trend that we have, right? Okay, we have the strength. So in this levels, if it gets breakthrough, then you are following the strength. Market will follow the strength and reaches you towards $56,000. But if it happens to get reversed from here after the liquidations, you might expect a little bit big move on upper side, right? Okay, we'll be expecting firstly scalping these levels, right? Okay, and if it happens to pass through on upper side, a big move can be expected on upper side. Okay, after the liquidations. Let's see, guys. All right, what the market wants to do it. 15 minutes time frame, good candles, right? Let me delete this one, right? Okay, let me delete this one. Book some profits in these levels and rest, let it flow. Okay, move your stop loss to the entry. Only above these levels will plan long, guys. Okay, if it happens to reverse after liquidations. So above these levels, right? If it happens to give, you might trace all the way on upper side as well. It's okay, easy what? It's okay, it's okay. Just just let it flow. You can. Your turn will come, Kubat. Nothing much to worry. Let's expect some longs on the New York session. Okay. Yes, about your time will come. Nothing much to worry. If the New York session give us, and let's expect this London right now. Book some profit, move your stop loss to the entry. Okay, guys, let it flow. This is the point. Very strong support, guys. Okay, very strong support, whereby the price have got a lots of time reversed from this levels on upper side. Very long range, very strong. All right, this support is so strong. Till now, the move is given around 0.56. We have a huge liquidations below this level, guys. All right, huge liquidations staying there. Gold to open long, you wait for this reversal, okay? And when it moves up above these levels, you can wait for one long positions and try to push on upper side one more time. All right, to these levels, and later on, if it happens to get reversal from here, all right, you'll get a big move on the downside. You'll be waiting for those levels, all right, to short it. All right. Just a second, guys. Gold got a very good position for the shorts. If the gold happens to break below this level, guys, all right, break below this levels, right, and do one retest from top, got a rejection, we can plant short from here as well. All right, your target will be below this previous low. All right, guys, anyways, previous low. So most probably your target will be, in fact, if it happens to pass through, you can go for the long positions on upper side. But if it happens to get a rejection, right, last retest, okay, you can wait for one move in this levels for the downside as well. All right, for the shots. Gold. All right. You understand me, guys? Okay. You understand me? Okay. What I mean to say is, guys, market have created one positions over here, right, whereby market can provide you good shots below this one, right? Okay, for now what we are expecting is, all right, breaking below this levels. Let me redraw this one for you all. All right, okay, the previous plan was going up, getting rejection and trying to come down, right? Okay, in fact, if it happens to, what we are expecting right now is breaking down below those levels, right? Okay, and trying to push you on upper side. Okay, getting rejection the top, waiting for the short position below. All right, this is our original plan for the gold. All right, okay, but if the gold happens to get a rejection from here, this levels only, wherever it hits this levels, right, this line comes down below this levels, we can directly go for the shots as well. And you can, if it happens to plan from here, you can plan only if it happens to. So in this levels, last level, you will be waiting for the levels, right? Okay, if it happens to give 1.9 percentage, you will be targeting on the downside. Okay, but in fact, if it happens to pass on upper side, you will be getting very good range of long short position. All right, okay, just try to be careful, try to observe this levels carefully. Most probably it should be able to give you one pullback, do the retest, okay, on the upper side. But in fact, if it happens to pass down directly, you have one support broke down in this level. So this is the retest that's being done. All right, okay. Most probably the original plans, the first one should be working, trying to go up, get a rejection from these levels, and trying to come down. If it doesn't get rejection from these levels, right, if it happens to pass through, your shots will become invalid. But most probably it should be able to give you all. All right, okay, guys, observe this level so carefully. It can give you a target directly from these levels as well, short positions. All right, BTC going good, book some profit in these levels as well, right? Okay, nothing much financial advice now, guys. Make your own research before you move in. All right, so your main duty for the BTC is to observe this level, okay, but keep booking some profits. All right, and observe this level carefully. All right, guys, okay. If the market happens to push you towards the downside from those levels, you are going a very crazy drop on the downside. All right, guys, okay. But in fact, if the market happens couldn't hold below those levels, you are getting a very huge move on upper side, right? Okay, you should understand that one, guys. Okay, lovely, guys, lovely, soup up, soup up. It passed below these levels, so you're waiting above these levels for your longs. All right, okay, at the same time you're tracing your longs as well with a small move on upper side. All right, 1.78 now. Crazy drop, guys, crazy, 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 soup up, guys, soup up, soup up, soup up. That's lovely, guys. That is lovely for you all. Given your profits of 0.84 percentage, not like yesterday, right, guys? We are tracing this one as a liquidations, guys. Liquidations, huge liquidations for you all. Those who are watching me for the first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All right, guys. Lovely, guys. Lovely, lovely. Super. Super, guys. All right. Super, super. Book some profits. Okay? Keep booking some profits. That's up to you how you manage it, right, guys? Okay? Crazy, guys, crazy. Superb, guys. Nice. Crazy, crazy. Book some profits, guys. All right. Taken out the longs, right? So yesterday, those who have long in this level, they are taken out. All right. The day before yesterday, those who have long in this levels, they are taken out. All right. So this it is it's taking out. All right. Okay. So let's see those who have longs in these levels will Bitcoin be able to take them out or not? All right. Okay. If it happens to pass below this average, you will be waiting for longs above this level. All right. Okay. Now your longs above this level. All right. Okay. Book some profits, guys. All right. Small liquidation stick given for you all for the this levels of buyers. All right. I'm expecting a little bit more on the downside. One more move, right? So two options we have in this level, right? Either market try to break below and clear out towards the downside, or get a reverse and try to give you a small pullback on the upper side, all right? One more time, all right? And getting you towards the bigger drops on the downside, all right? Okay, two options market have. So let's wait for the New York sessions opening, what the New York sessions have for us right tonight, all right? That can be a perfect move as well as that can be a continuations, right? And that can be a reversal as well, right? Okay. Those who are interested to join my VIP group, right? I have a VIP group for you all as well, $20 per month, right? Okay. So I give some explanations, right? Give you all the charts, then you can plan your setups, right? Okay. Not necessarily not financial advice, guys. All right. In fact, okay. Only those who are interested. The gold, right? Okay. Let it drop a bit down, right? Yawn. Let it drop a little bit towards the downside, right? Yum, 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 voila. All right. Okay. But it can be risky from here. Rather, if it happens to reverse, we wait for those levels. Okay. Let's not try to trace all the bottom. All right. Okay. We will go long if it happens to give us, right? We'll track it from a little bit safe zone. All right. Right now, it can continue towards the downside as well. And from these levels, you might be able to see whether it gives a long or short. All right. Okay. Reversal or not. If it gives it, we'll try to ignore, at least if it happens to reach in those levels, at least we will try to ignore 0.67 percentage, right? After that, we will try to plan it. Right now, liquidation is taken out. That's well and good. Right? Let's not try to catch every tops, right? Okay, let it get reversed, right? Then only the flowing river can wash you away, right? Okay. So far so good, guys. All right. Those who are watching me for the first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All right. Okay. Your observations should be, guys, all right, whether the market clears out from these levels towards downside or not, all right. If it clears out, well and good, right? If it doesn't, then for the gold, you observe in this level, all right, okay. You can take this scalping on every side, 0.87 percentage on every side. So most probably you'll be waiting for the bigger shots below these levels, trying to trace this level on a downside for the gold. All right. Sharaf Vanam. Welcome, brother. Welcome, welcome. All right. Welcome to the club of Dragon, the crypto analysis club. Right. Let's wait. Okay, guys. Have patience. Small liquidation given, guys. Have patience, right, guys? Have patience. We always needs to have patience, right? Okay. Keep booking some profits and move your stop loss to the entry. Your patience will be built automatically, right, guys? Okay. So if you don't book any profits, then it will be anytime like your brain will send you the message that you will try to get very emotional, right? Because of that one, you are going to spoil your trades. All right. So over here also, okay. So even if you have been trading out like 10 to 15%, right? Like like people who are trading, maybe 10 to 15 people are trading at the same time, right? Same setup, right? Same amount. Some will book some profit, some will earn around $10, some will earn around $20, some will earn around $50. It depends, right? Okay, how smart you are. All right, okay. It is not never about the setups as well, right? Okay, you need to have your risk management as well, right, guys? That's very important, I feel. Okay, risk management and how you are managing your setups, that's more important than getting a moves right. Okay, some people will add up funds reaching to those levels and they get up on a big fear and they lose everything, right? With a small move, their emotion is going to run over them, right? They are going to lose no use of getting setups like big moves and a downside, right? This is a 15 minutes time frame moves, right? 0.99 percentage done, guys. Okay. Long, try to go from the top only, okay, guys? Ignore the last part for the longs. Good evening, bro. All right. Mushli Houdin. Mushli Houdin, good evening, brother. How are you, bro? Doing good? I'm late. It's okay. It's okay. Opportunity is never going to be zero, right? It will remain all over the time, right? Don't get into FOMO and try to enter at the bottom. Okay. So nothing much to worry, okay, guys? Nothing much to worry, all right? दिल दीवाना हो गया रे बोलो ना अब क्या करे समझा कर प्यार में पागल हम्म, 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 हम्म. Move is not completed, guys, okay? Right now, the move is not yet completed. So far, so good, guys. Nice mapping, but I'm late to enter. It's okay, bro. You will get opportunities. Opportunities are never dying up, guys. All right, you'll always get it. Six. Patience, guys, patience required. All right. From small levels of retest is being done. Longs sticking out, guys. Okay, giving hope for them one more time. Retesting this level. All right. For this retest, small retest was given and got a rejection from, and again pushing you down. Lovely, guys. Push some more. Push some more. Mhm. Observe this level so carefully, okay, guys. Whether the market is giving you breakouts and holding below, or if it is happening, if it is able to push up on upper side then we'll get long on upper side, the valid. All right. If it happens to push you down and it remains below, then our long becomes invalid and it won't give no use, right, on the long side, right? Okay. You just try to be careful and try to observe this level so carefully. Should be able to give you the good reversal or it will continue on a downside. Okay, taking out the longs. Okay, coming right. While going on upper side, you can wait for one scalping on a gold on upper side, right, guys? Okay. Lovely. If you have not booked some profits, book some profit, right, guys? Okay. You need to book some profits, move your stop loss to the entry, let it flow. Nice, guys, nice, super. Those who are watching me for the first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Every day I come on a live stream with you all, try to analyze with you all, make some dollars, make some losses, right? Okay, you can catch me always from 11 UTC to 12 to 13 UTC, right? I'll be on live, all right, okay? The longs get liquidated, right? Those who have long from here, holding a lot, right, on upper side. Yeah, look, taken out. Everyone is taken out. We have these levels now. $58,523. Hey, Luckily, how are you doing? Luckily, you good? Luckily, you are doing good. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yesterday I didn't see you, Luckily. Where have you been, bro? All right. बोलो ना आप क्या करे हैं समझा कर प्यार में. Book some profits, okay, guys. Book some profits. Your entry, your stop loss should be at entry or low, right? Okay. Those who are watching me for the first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All right, guys. Okay. Making money. I have been making money lately, brother. Wow. Good to know that. Luckily, good to know that. Good to know that. All right. Keep the consistency, brother. Keep the consistency. That's good. This is the right average of the trend. All right, guys. Okay. This is the average of the trend that we have. Which zone are we taken by entry, please? Which zone? Buy entry after the liquidations, right? If it happens to pass above these levels, that can be one good buy entry, right? Okay, if you wanted to take these levels, right, it will be a little bit risky, but what you can do is, right, if you wanted to take these levels, right, if the market happens to give reversal, okay, then only, right, if it breaks out and clears out these levels, then you can take it from this level only, all right. So for the confident, if you are waiting above these levels, that's going to be a good buy entry for you all on a precise, okay. Otherwise, you need to directly, you cannot buy from these levels, right? Sometimes you may get correct, but that's going to be risky for you all right, okay. If it happens to continue this levels, right, if it goes below and throws the price towards the downside, this New York sessions opening, right, you are going to get deeper towards the downside, right, all the way towards $56,000 can be expected on downside. So this is the trend that you have, right? Okay, so you are at the right middle of the trends right now, all right, okay, middle of the trends right now, all right, okay. So if it happens to close below and remain below, that can throw the further towards the downside. So that can be uh, risky for you all directly buying at this levels, right? Okay, this is the average point though. All right, okay. So at least if it happens to pass above these levels, right? Okay, so you need to observe it. Okay, you need to observe well. If it happens to pass above these levels, you will get it. All right, buy. All right, okay. So at least you might like to press these levels or trying to take out the liquidations of these levels, right? Okay. So for the long ones, we try to market try to take out all the liquidations right now. Have given a big liquidations, right? Okay. So all those people who have longs around longs, they have been taken out, right? Okay. So taking out one side and going for if it happens to go for the another taking out on the other side, then Bitcoin might like to go up to take out all the long shorts, those who have shorts in these levels, right? Lots of liquidations. Market have created lots of liquidations in these levels, right? Okay. So their main observations is in these levels whether the market is able to close below, throw you towards the downside, or it is getting an upper side move from these levels, right? Okay. So you should be if you're waiting above right above these levels, that can be a good risk-free zone for you all, right? Okay, to go for the upper side and taking the liquidations from the upper side. Okay, that can be one zone. All right. So directly buying can be a very risky. All right. Let's wait for the New York sessions opening, right? If you get any buy entries, right? We'll see it together. All right. So most probably, mhm, yeah, you might like to trace this one, this levels. If it gives a reversal, right? You might like to trace up to this level, right, guys? $61,266 can be traced on upper side. All right, so that can be one levels for you all. So if you are buying in this levels, that's going to be very risky because it has such equal chances of going reversing as well as trying to push the market towards the downside. It's very risky zone, this average point. If it happens to come on upper side, that can give you all a good risk-free zone for you all, right? Okay, so people will be thinking after from here again after reversing they will be getting back, but it never gets back. It will go for the upper side. Okay, if it happens to clear these levels. All right. Okay, so you cannot buy directly in these levels, so wait for that one. All right, so let it clear it out all the liquidations. So huge liquidation was given for the long. All right, we'll wait then. Yes, sir. Can we buy BTC now? So I have been explaining. Uh, right now, those who are watching me for the first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It will be very risky to buy directly in this levels. So never try to catch up the tops, right? I used to do that one, but if you're very confident, then only you can go for the direct buys. All right, okay. It may give you the pullback immediately on upper side, but it is going to be very risky. Right now, the market is in the level whereby it can transit towards the downside as well as an upper side. You are right average of the trend. All right, okay. You are at the right average of the trend. So if you wanted to wait for the confidence, why don't you wait above these levels, right? Or if you can plan above these levels, if you can analyze above this level, that's also fine. All right, okay. But you should make sure that you are able to understand these levels, right? Okay, whether it is giving us small pick out moves or the pullbacks, right? Okay, so that's very important. All right, guys. For the gold, right, it's coming down. All right, let it come down. All right, okay. So this level is very important for the gold as well. Okay, getting some reversal on the upper side, right, pushing an upper side, or you will get a direct shot towards the downside from those levels, right? If it happens to break out and remain below, you will directly get the gold towards the $3,930 on the downside. All right, for the gold. All right, as expected, it is moving on a downside. All right, if it happens to get a rejection from here, right, not able to push through towards downside, you can wait for long positions over here and take this long, right? And for the shots, if it happens to get rejection, just wait for these levels and just try to take a big shots on the downside. Okay, that can be a direct shots towards the downside as well. All right, guys. Okay, if you are planning your shots, a little bit risky, but you can go with the minimum fund from those levels and try to trace this 1.93% on the downside. That's also okay. But if it happens to give a reversal from here, you'll be seeing the market again doing one level of retest on upper side. All right, guys. Okay, so let's see whether the market will be directly dropping towards downside or not. All right, okay, that's very important. All right, guys. Lovely, guys, for the Bitcoin. All right, those who are Bitcoin lover, you are getting crazy tonight, right? Lovely, guys, lovely. All TP seeded, right? Rest of the things, if you have not booked profit, you should book some profit, and rest of the leftover slot size, whatever it is, let it flow with the stop losses above these levels, right? If you wanted to hold for the downside, right? Okay. So for the long side, you should be able to observe in this level whether the market is getting real breakthrough on upper side or not, right? Okay, so it is breaking a trend right now, all right, towards the downside. Okay, so that's crazy. All right, guys, all TPs heated, guys. All right, super crazy, guys. All right, those who have taken, lovely. It's crazy come back from here to where I was. All right, looking back crazy. So big up to Dragon. Boss man, listen to him. He will fly the next like I did. Thank you so much, luckily. Dragon Fortress from UK. Thank you so much. Luckily, stop stress. Okay, I think acknowledge. All right. Thank you. All right. Okay. Lovely guys. Superb, superb. All right. So for the long positions, you need to wait, okay, confirmations. Don't hold your negative positions for the negative. If you are negative, you shouldn't be holding, right? Rather, you start clean, all right? Bear the loss, start the clean. That's going to give you a good mood, right, guys? Okay. You observe whether the market is going to. Now, in New York session is about to start around 20 to 25 minutes. Maybe you will see at New York sessions, okay? That time you might like to see. All right, guys, okay? Lovely, guys. That's not very bad, right? Okay, all TPs heated. All right. Those who are watching me for the first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All right, guys. Okay. You observe this level so carefully, okay, guys? Okay. You'll see lots of things over there. All right. We are going to gets lots of informations over there. So it's up to you how you are getting informations, right? Okay. My all tip is heated. I'm done with the profits. All right. The night profit is done. Crazy. So after I'm done with the profits, even if it gives me till the $20,000, I don't take it at all. All right. I'm designated to take whatever I get it. All right. Okay. Wait, guys, let's observe this level together for a while. All right. Let's see. Okay. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy. All right. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Nice liquidations. Nice liquidations. Nice. No stress, no more patience. Yeah. Lovely, guys. That was a crazy move on the downside. All right. Gold getting pulled back. And take one scalp from here. All right. For the upper side. You observe in this level whether it gets retest or not. If it gets rejection from this levels, then you can operate one short positions and target towards the downside. All right, guys. Okay. PT, lovely, guys. Next move, I think we need to wait another 20 minutes, right? Then only we will be able to see it, right? Market directly getting pushed through towards the downside. If if the market happens to stay below these levels, right, guys, okay, you'll get up positions towards the shorts towards 56,000 ranges. If it happens to stay, go back on the upper side and push above these levels, then you'll see a very high moving levels, right, on the upper side. Okay, so most probably I'll be targeting overall 4% upper side, most probably, right? Okay, so only tonight, I mean like Wednesday night, you might like to see the pullback on the upper side, right? So usually that Wednesday I get it pullback. Let's see, guys, whether it stays below or not, right? Then we will define it how we have to go it through. So far, so good, guys. Let's see, guys. All right, whether we will be able to get through this level or not. All right. Firstly, for Tuesday, right? Tuesday we'll target only this level. All right. For Tuesday, let's target. So overall, for the long holders, right? If it happens to stay above this level, right? Okay, above these levels and push through an upper side. Overall, your target will be this one, taking out the liquidations, right? Taking out all the shots, right? Okay. Your target will be this one. Okay, but if it happens to hold below, you won't be able to do this, will be invalid, right? Okay, so for today, right, when the New York sessions opens, I would expect the price to flow back to those levels firstly. All right, okay, for today, mainly maybe going back to those levels can be if it happens to remain above, guys. All right, firstly we'll try to trust 1% only for tonight, right? Okay, and and it might like to play a few things in this levels, right? Okay, few levels in this level. All right, coming back again, right? Certain levels, trying to push you on the upper side tomorrow, right? Okay, so we'll take that trade tomorrow. All right, so tomorrow most probably, if it happens to step up, we might like to see the price moving back to the upper side ranges, right? Okay. Mhm. Observe it well, guys. We're waiting above these levels. Dil divana, dil divana, ho gaya, ho gaya. Mhm. To the 4,000, right? We have that one, right? If it happens to stay below, then you will reach towards $56,000. 4,000, let's see, all right. Let's see, Shamsher buy. Let's see, New York session, so about to start, right, guys, okay? Wait, guys, wait, patiently wait. This level is still risky, guys, okay? We need to wait a bit. Let's try to aim for these levels on upper side, right, guys? Okay, above these levels, okay, above these levels, and most probably till this range 1% move. Try to press that one. If it happens to hold above, if it happens to get again rejection from these levels and try to push you towards downside, all right, that becomes invalid. क्या हाल है भाई? ठीक ही चल रहा है भाईजान. कोरोला कोरोला, ऑलराइट. ठीक ही चल रहा है भाईजान. ठीक ही चल रहा है अभी तक तो ठीक ही चल रहा है. हाँ जी. हाँ जी हो जी टेंशन नहीं लेना जी. Gold, one long scalping can be taken from those levels on upper side, right? Okay, one long scalping on upper side. Hey जी हाँ जी दिल से दिल मिलाओ जी देखा है आया बॉडीगार्ड. And we have song. OG, OG. You mean long? No, we'll take it once we observe this level, okay? If it happens to break above these levels, right? Okay, one small play around will be given around maybe 10 to 15 minutes left. Let's see. All right. Either we get a continuation towards downside, all the way we're expecting this trend all the way towards the downside, or we get back to the zone one more time, not precise. All right. That will be observed. हाय जी हाँ जी दिल से दिल मिलाओ जी देखा है आया बॉडीगार्ड Don't kid me, bro, Crawler. Yeah, I'll sing it, don't worry. Have patience, okay, guys, have patience. Let's observe this level so carefully. Hey, bodyguard. दिल से दिल मिलाओ जी आया है देखो बॉडीगार्ड One rejection got, all right, one level finished, okay, 15 minutes time frame. If you try to see small time frame, you will be able to see it, right? This level's right, okay. One level, expected level finished, right, guys? One expected level finished, guys, right? So your thing is to see whether it throw below these levels or not, right? Okay. If it throws, it will continue all the way towards downside. If it gives up pullback, right, it needs to go up again and break it out and try to push an upper side, right? Okay. Then we can expect pullbacks. भागे र जाओ जाओ भागे र जाओ Small pullback can be expected. Let's go back to the 15 minutes time frame. All right. So in this levels we have been waiting for. All right. So we'll trade this one only, in fact, if the market happens to come up. All right. So all TP spirit. Second level. Shall we go buy BTC here? It will be very risky, okay, brother, to buy BTC over here, logo man. Though sometimes you might be getting lucky, but it can be risky, all right? I have given you the explanations, right? This can be one good reversal point for the BTC, right? This point, okay? At the same time, you should be able to observe whether the market will give you the continuations or give you the reversal at this point. All right, okay? This point is so critical, guys. All right. If it happens to further move for the liquidations and downside, you'll be getting very low towards $56,000. All right, okay? But for the safe zone, right, what we can do is wait for the price to move up, right? Get a small retest, right? Stay up. Then we can plan for tonight, right? At least 1%. Okay? So you are avoiding these levels, but you are avoiding the losses. All right, guys. Okay? And if you are long holders, right, if it happens to stay above these levels, you might like to target very long on upper side. All right. For the scalpers, only this can be taken. All right. So this level is so important, guys. So most of the people, they will be expecting shots from here, but it may not do that way. Right? This will be the retest for the triangle patterns, right? This will be the retest. So we are aiming for the retest to be traded tonight. If it happens to give the pullback, guys, Wednesday evening, we'll come and trade this level, okay, guys? If it happens to give the pullback, right? In this level, you're not taking risks, okay? Wednesday evening, if it happens to come back on the upper side, we'll be trading this zone. All right, from here, upper side, okay? If it happens to give, right? Otherwise, that will be the continuations towards the downside, right, guys, okay? Let's observe whether the market can push up on upper side or not. From here, small drop down we will be expecting and pushing you towards the upper side. Small breakouts towards the downside, right? And Wednesday we will be trading the zone. Okay? Tomorrow, yeah? Tomorrow midnight. Tomorrow trading session zone. All right. For today, we will be trying to catch this move on upper side. Okay? If it happens to go back. So far, so good, guys. This zone, I don't like to trade it, guys. Okay, I'm sorry for that one. This zone is long, risky zone. 0.96 you have, but this level is so risky. I don't like to trade it. All right. Two levels completed, right? First level on 5 minutes. 1, 2. All right. 1, 2. This level completed. Last one more. Let's wait, have patience, right, guys? Have patience. Gold right at the entry, right? It will play a small gift. You will get a small pullback in the zone and try to push. All right. Okay. Small pullback will be given one more time. But if it happens to get good rejection from here and closes below this level, you can immediately open short as well. All right. Okay. If the long gets picked out, right? Something like this. Or the gold. All right. Let's wait for the New York session, right? I think the New York session started already. About to start, right, guys? Okay. Let's wait for it. Okay, and we'll see what we can do it. Either New York sessions should give the continuations towards downside, big continuations, or we should be able to give a good reversal on upper side. We are watching at that level of it drops down, then Bitcoin has a good chances of going back to $56,000. So I'm asking you to wait for the confident one, right, guys? This zone is so risky. All right, you have to understand it. What I meant to say. Though you miss some level, some move in this level, but that's going to avoid your losses as well. All right, it's going to be very risky in this zone. New York sessions, level of move. Got back exactly. Gold, BT. Let me see in 5 minutes. Wait on, guys. Patience, patience. It has a chance of going continuations as well. So just try to be careful. Okay. You're right at the average of the bigger trends. All right. You try to see this one. You see it clearly, right, guys? Okay. It has chances of doing continuations as well till this level. All right. So you need to wait it. All right. In this level. If it gives the continuations, Bitcoin has a very big chances of dropping all the way down. All right, just try to be careful, guys. Whatever you do. Waiting for the New York sessions. Wait, have patience. Right. Wait patiently, guys. Wait patiently. Either continuations or get a reversal from here. Only win it. So in this level, if you are trading, it will be very, very dirty, guys. All right. It's going to be very dirty. This levels is so boring. Till this level. Okay. You'll get lots of confusion over there. Excuse me. Okay, New York session is cancelled or what? New York session started, I guess. Yes, it started. Let's see a further more drop down or get reversed and try to push you on upper side. Okay. New York sessions have started. Nice. Nice. Nice move. Wait patiently, guys. Wait, okay, guys. Patiently, you need to wait. This level will be so dirty, guys. Okay. If you want to trade, this level can be a little bit clean for you all. Downside. 1, 2, 3. Continuations. Plant continuations, guys. All right. Now it closed below. Let's see. Plant continuations. So this is why I'm saying you cannot open long positions over here, right, guys? Okay. It has a chances of going continuations on a downside as well as going for a reverse on upper side, right, guys? Okay. So this level is so risky. New York gave a big drop to you all right. So until and unless the market is not above these levels, you cannot do anything. All right, guys. Okay. If it happens to come above these levels, you can do something else for the long. Otherwise, all it has the chances of going back to this level as well. All right. But I'm not saying the market is going to these levels, but it has a chances, right? So I cannot operate any positions in these levels. These levels will be so difficult to make money. All right, guys. Okay. Even for the longs as well as for the shorts. All right. These levels, these 30 levels. All right, guys. Okay. That's the thing. All right. Let me attend one call. All right. I was just in a call, right? Okay. So we cannot do anything in this levels. I'm not planning shots. I'm not planning any longs in this levels. This average point is very risky for me. In fact, if you're holding from the top, that's fine. But if, I'm not going to do anything this and this levels, right? I don't trade in this levels usually, right? Okay. So it has a, even a trying to fake out shots and trying to push you on upper side as well. Chances is there always. All right. I cannot determine anything in this levels, right? Okay. Rather, what I'll be doing is, right, guys, in fact, if it happens to come up, then I will go for the long. Otherwise, I'm not doing anything for the shots in this levels, right, guys, okay? So it's up to you. You can plan it or not, right? But I usually don't plan any trades in this levels, all right? In fact, if it happens to come above this levels, above this average, right, clearing out the average, I can go for the longs, right? On the downside, I need to wait, right? I need to wait, okay? I need to see, go back, pull back, then getting a reject, getting on a downside, then it will be easier for me to understand the market. I don't totally understand what's happening in these levels right now. All right, market, what I understand is market try to break out on a downside, go and win for the retest and did the double retest and got a rejections and it's trying to clear you down, right? So why I'm not planning in this levels is I'm right at the bottom and one thing, right? So market has a higher chances of getting you faked out on these levels as well, right? But if I want it, I can take this trade on a downside. But the thing is, if it is faking out in this average point, right, you are going to get bashed off. It's going to play around a lot, right? So I cannot plan anything in these levels, right, guys? Okay. So most probably I'll be waiting for the long positions above this levels, right, guys? Okay. If it happens to come back at this levels, right? Okay. So below levels, I don't want to touch up. All right. Okay. I don't trade in the zone. Sorry for that one, but I don't touch usually in these levels right now. All right, guys. So if it happens to come up, then I can trade at least. All right, guys. Okay. I can go for the longs, right? And try to make some dollars on the upper side, right? Okay. Otherwise, I can't do anything in this level. Okay. So better I wait for this long positions and try to go on upper side, right? Okay, guys. So far, so cool. Yeah. So I just wait for these levels to trade it, okay? I usually don't like playing inside this one because it is going to be up, down, whatever it is, and one side later on, all right? Maybe that can be good shots on the downside, right? Can trace you all the way towards downside as well, or get back to the upper side again, picking out a small zone in these levels as well. Anything can happen in this average point. I don't want to trade it usually, right, guys? Okay, let it clear out on the one side, right? And I'll try to go for the continuations. That's all. All right, guys. That's how I trade. Okay, I usually don't like trading in the zone. All right. Okay. Okay, let it do whatever it wants, right? So that's the thing, guys. All right. So right now in the market, it can confuse both the longs and shorts, all those things, right? And we'll try to move in one directions. All right. So if it keeps immediately, we'll take it one long from here, right? For the shorter, I'm afraid now because like I'm right at the bottoms. We have taken the liquidations, right? And yeah, it will be very risky. All right, okay. We have taken out the liquidations already. All right. So this liquidations taken out. So usually after the liquidations, it gives a very high pumps, right? So I don't want to get into that trap. All right. Okay. Let's see, guys, whether it comes back to my zone or not. If it comes, then let's take it, right, guys? Why to fear it? All right. If it doesn't comes, I'm sorry for that one. भाई मुझे भी सिखा दो प्लीज अंकुर। क्या सिखा दूं भाईजान, हो जाएगा यार। कुछ भी नहीं है। Top traders, all right. Okay, so just we need to know when to trade, when not to trade. That's all right. Okay. If we give it right on upper side today, we'll take this one, and till after that one, it might like to play around in the zone, right? So with this zone, I'll be ignoring it. I'll be taking one trades from here. If it happens to give me the pullback, right, then I'll try to trace on upper side Wednesday, right? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whatever it is, right? Okay. But if it happens to go down from the certain levels, right, I'll take in the shots, right? Okay. I'll take the shots when it passed down, right, and reach to the certain levels, give me some trace, right? And I'll try to plan for the shots. That will be comfortable for me. All right. Okay. भाई अब या क्या होगा बीटीसी का नेक्स्ट व्यू, अप या डाउन, कुछ भी बता नहीं पाएगा यार। अभी ये जोन में सिर्फ ट्रेड नहीं करना है, ठीक है। इसका बाद ऊपर चला गया तो इससे ऊपर तक हम लोग ट्रेड कर पाएगा, और नीचे चला गया तो कंटिन्यूएशन में हम लोग ट्रेड कर पाएगा। ये एवरेज पॉइंट में ट्रेड करने गलत है। ये मिडल में, राइट मिडल में है। ये ऊपर भी बेच सकता है, नीचे भी बेच सकता है। ब्रेकआउट दिया तो नीचे भी बेच सकता है, वेरी बुम करके नीचे, राइट। तो ये जोन में ट्रेड करना बहुत गलत है यार। ये जोन बहुत पैसा खा जाता है यार, बहुत लॉस देता है, ठीक है। तो वेट करो, ऊपर गया तो इससे ऊपर चला जाएंगे, नीचे गया तो इसका थोड़ा ट्रेंड एक बनने दो, इसका बाद हम लोग नीचे ले लेंगे, ठीक है। तो वही वही सही है, ठीक है। तो नीचे गया तो हम लोग को मालूम होगा कि ये ट्रेंड से नीचे चला गया, अभी बेरिश में। अभी ये बेरिश भी नहीं है, बुलिश भी नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं है, ये मिडल में है, ठीक। तो इसका बाद थोड़ा ऊपर चला गया तो हम लोग थोड़ा ले सकते हैं, एक स्कैल्पिंग ले सकता है, नीचे भी एक ले सकता है। ये मिडल में ट्रेड करने बहुत गलत बात है, ठीक है। ये बुलिश भी हो सकता है, बियरिश भी हो सकता है, ये मिडल में ही यार, कुछ भी नहीं है। तो कुछ भी हो सकता है। तो जबरदस्त ट्रेड ले रहे हो तो थोड़ा समझ सोचने के बाद है यार। you have to think something else, right? Okay. तो ऊपर चला गया तो हम लोग इधर से बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग ट्रेड, very confident trade. This will be my very confident trade on upper side. Okay, if it happens to hold above these levels, I'm going to open very confident trade over here to these levels, because this is how this will be clearing out all the noises, right? Okay. I'll forget everything, all right. So it's taking lots of time, you see, all right, in this zone. It can pass towards downside as well as push towards the upper side, okay. So right at the middle right now, because right at the middle of the trend, all right. So it is nor bullish nor bearish. It can break out on upper side and downside. It has a wish. So this is very wrong place to place your trades, all right. Usually for me, all right, usually for me it's a very wrong place to place my trades, okay. So let's see guys what will happen, right? अब से बात कैसे हो पाएगा यार, कैसे करोगे बात? व्हाट्सएप कर लो यार, हो जाएगा। वॉइस मैसेज भेज देना, ठीक है, वॉइस मैसेज। आपका क्या प्रॉब्लम है, कुछ चाहिए क्या, कुछ हेल्प चाहिए क्या? यू कैन ट्रेस मी, टेक, यू कैन contact me, right? All right, guys. So we can't say anything in this levels, right? Okay. That can be either on a downside or a upper side. All right. Okay. So just try to be careful whatever you are about to do it, right? Okay. That can be continuations towards the downside as well. That can be a reversal on upper side as well. All right. So it's up to you, right? But usually I don't trade in the zone. I need to wait for the market to either pass on the downside or go back to my zone one more time. This is my trading zone, guys. All right. After this levels, then I can trace one levels on upper side. Right now, I don't know whether this can go for the downside or not, this will, because this have 1 point, it have taken out the liquidations. Without, after the liquidations, market usually gives you a very big bumps on upper side. All right, okay. And one thing is, while going on a downside, it have tried to cross below the average point and trying to go for the bearish as well, right? So will they it further continue for the liquidations, or it will just confuse the people and try to go back and try to take out all the shots we have on upper side, right? So this is the confusion. So it is confusion stage. If you are taking risks, very small fund either on the upper side or downside, wherever your analysis thinks that's correct can go, right? But I don't suggest you all, but you can go with a small fund, smallest fund, maybe on a longs, right? On the downside, whatever it is, right? Okay, if you are thinking about the liquidations, right? If you don't want to, if you want to. So in this levels, liquidation is taken out, right? If you wanted to go for the longs, if you don't want to miss 0.66 percentage and lose, right? It's up to you, right? Okay. So usually, if I have to plan, I need to go with a very minimum fund that is a negligence, right? Just for my time pass, all right? Okay. So if you want to, but risk always comes with a reward. That's the thing, right, guys? Okay. Risk always comes with a reward. All right. That's the thing. उसमें कुछ भी नहीं है, +975 है, 772934 3449 है, इसमें कुछ भी नहीं, ठीक है. So New York session have started. I have expected a big moves on upper side or downside, but right now it have not given us any moves right now, right? It's just playing around in the zone, right? Okay, so most probably I would love to take one long position from here to an upper side, right, guys? Okay, that will be very confident for me, a little bit more confident, all right. And if it happens to play around in the zone whole day, I will let it go, right? Monday, Wednesday mornings, whatever it is, right? It wants to play around the zone, I will let it play, right? And towards the evening, we'll come back together and try to take an upper side from this level if it happens to go on upper side. If it happens to pass on the downside, we'll be taking some trades on the downside, okay? Lower side. Below these levels, we'll be taking for the bearish. Above these levels, we'll be taking for the bullish, okay? Guys, we'll be doing together tomorrow, right? Okay? This is what we can do it, right? Let's see. For a few minutes, let's wait. If it gives a boom on upper side, let's wait for that one, right? Or if it gives a boom on a downside, right? Yes, this is the one I'm waiting for. Just a second, I'm back. Let's wait. Okay, guys. Have patience. Can plan if it happens to break above this level, can plan with a very small fund, okay? One chances is there, market giving a reversal from these levels as well, all right? And trying to come to these levels and trying to push you on upper side, all right? Okay, if it is really planning an upper side. So can, once if it happens to break out, can go with a small fund only firstly, okay? Wait for this move. Let's wait, have patience, right? If it gets rejection and closes below, then you will get a good dump on the downside, right? If it gets rejection, you will get a good pump on the upper side. दिखा रहा है ये भाईजान, कॉन्टेक्ट नंबर तो दिखा रहा है यार। About 30 candles, this levels. So this is why I don't open short in this levels, right? Even opening longs can be risky, right? Okay. Risks, if you wanted to take it risks, it's up to you, right? Okay. Buys usually above this levels, it will be a good buys for you all right? Okay. In this levels, still it's a risk zone. Still you are in the risk zone. What I told you all, right? Inside this box, right? This is a dirty area whereby you'll get lots of things around, right? Your stop loss is going to be removed, you'll get lots of panic, right? After it clears it out in the one direction, it will be nice, right? The market, after going back, if it happens to get a rejection from here, right, and pushes you on upper side, that's going to be a beautiful confident long for me, right? Okay. Guys. Sounds, no sounds. You have been listening with me, no sounds at all. All right. So this is a long entry for you all for the gold, right? Scalpers, right? Okay. And if it breaks out on upper side, right, and you can target this level. So in this levels you will be observing whether the market gets a pullback and try to get this retest zone fail or not, right? If it fails it and tries to drop below this levels, that's going to be very confident shots for you all to move towards downside, and you'll be planning around 1 to 2% on downside, right guys? Okay, but if it happens to, if this retest pushes you on upper side, then you need to wait a bit, right, and your long will be extending towards this levels, right? Okay, so most probably I'm thinking that market might like to give you all the long positions in this levels, right, and trying to figure you out and try to drop you towards the downside, right? Okay, if it happens to give reversal from here only, you can plant shots from here and try to move on a downside. That's a good zone for you all to plant shots, right? You can plant shots from here as well, but that's going to be a little bit risky. All right, guys. Okay, most probably waiting for this confirmations, that's more important, right? Okay, for the scalpers you have 0.89 percentage on upper side for the long ones. Make your own research, guys. I'm not giving you any furnish advice. Make your own research, take your own risks, right guys? Okay, so that's more important, right? If it happens to pass above, then most probably market might like to touch up this points, right? 4,100 to $200 on upper side, then only it might like to give you a drop towards downside. So I'm not thinking that much on a long side right now, but most probably I'm thinking for the pullbacks if it happens to give you all a little bit on upper side, right? Okay, trying to give you the long ones, right, giving the hope for the long ones and trying to push one more time towards the downside can be expected on the gold as well, right? Okay, for the BTC, right? So for the BTC, oh my God, BTC just blast off, right, guys? BTC just blast up, guys. What to do? Guys, it just blast up. It blasted up, guys. Damn, bro. It's okay, guys. No problem. Let's see if it gives any chances back. Yeah. How should we do, guys? It's just blasted up, guys. 0.65 percentage. Can't catch. Can't catch, guys. Can't catch. Gold can take chance, guys. Please. Right. Let's look back to the 5 minutes time frame. 5 minutes also no points, no clue. All right. But you have reached to the halfway, guys. All right. Already. No use planning along as well. Wait for this level, right? If it happens to give and go back one more time, okay, you can take one long on upper side if it keeps, right, guys. Okay. Wait for this levels, right? Swiping up towards the downside and trying to push you towards upper side. All right. If it happens to give, right, you'll get it one good long positions one more time. All right, guys. This is what you can do it. Need to wait after lunch. Wall Street. All right. Today both sellers and buyers out. Yes, most probably buyers and sellers will be out. I told you all, you cannot hold very long in these levels. Why? Because I have given you the reasons, right? You are at squeeze candles if you have been trying to attend my previous live stream. I mean, like from the starting, right? You are in this levels. You cannot expect cannot hold very long in this levels, right? Okay, whatever you have to do it, you have to do it within one go. All right, one go, you have to get out, do whatever it is, right? Okay, so most probably, if Trump has a good speech right tonight, maybe a big longs or an upper side also can be fulfilled tonight, right? That's also possible, right, guys? Okay, so we have a bigger moves on upper side as well, right? Okay, so nothing much to worry. All right. And most probably this levels, right? Okay, if it is given tonight, if you, there is a news, very good thing. All right, guys, so most probably let's see if we get any pullback on the downside, then we can plan it. Above this level, all longs, okay, guys. Okay, maybe Wednesday. Ah ha ha. At least can take gold, right? So most probably wait for the next entry, guys. Okay, those who wanted to go for, you can go for the longs from this level. All right, guys. So if we miss this chance, we miss it. All right, if we get it, we can take it one. All right, guys, what to do? If this chance is not given, it's okay. All right, risky long can go here. Where's my target? This one. A risky long can be from here, right? You're waiting for the confident again, confident above this level. All right, okay. Two levels you have. One is risky, one is confident. Whichever you wants to take it, you can take it accordingly, right, guys? Okay. So most probably one is risky. Okay, why risky? Because if this retest fails it, right, it will try to go on downside. We're expecting retest in this level. All right. All right, guys. What is 4% given by you? One is risky long, one is one is confident long. Above these levels, very confident. All right. So these levels, a little bit risky. All right. Wait for these levels, right? Gold, lovely guys. Done. Some profits done, guys. All right. Gold lovers, nice. In my thoughts, if we close monthly candles above 50,000, monthly, we are scalping, brother. It's okay. Monthly, no problem. It will be a very vast topic for us for the monthly. Hmm. Keep pushing on upper side. Gold. If one thing, guys, if gold happens to pass above these levels, all right, on the retest, right, okay, that is going to be a sideways for the gold for a time being. All right, guys, you should understand that one. Not to get a sideways, it should get a just rejection from these levels and passed on a downside. Okay, that's one thing fact about the gold for now. All right, for BT, let's try to wait for this level one more time. All right, guys. Okay, this is only the options we have. Okay, so most probably this is going to be a risky one, and this is going to be a confident one. All right, going back from these levels on upper side. Okay, two levels I have it. Okay, one can be risky one and one can be confident one. All right, if you get it, we take it. If you don't get it, we ignore it. We just take the next move tomorrow. All right, above these levels. Right, guys. Okay, for the liquidations of the shots. On 5 minutes, it looks long from here again. One risky long can be operated from these levels as well. Planning to move till this level, guys. You'll have 1.12 percentage on upper side, guys. Okay, risky, yeah, but all right. If it happens to get rejections, it will try to come to these levels. If you want to wait, you can wait. If you are running into FOMO, you can plan with the small moves on upper side as well. Okay, so that can be 1 percentage move on upper side. But most probably, I think the Bitcoin needs to drop to these levels. Let's see, anyways, right? One risky long can be operated from here as well. You can plan this $59,545. All right, guys. For the gold, one move given and couldn't hold. Let's expect a little bit on upper side. This level, gold. BT, 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 come back. From this levels, you have 1.62. Planning directly on upper side, guys. No chance for us. So most probably, okay, tonight or tomorrow, whenever it keeps, right, guys. Main target is to reach this level, all right. And this levels, right, from here, wherever it is, we need to reach to these levels. If it happens to break out on upper side and pass through, then we are going crazy on upper side, guys. Okay, we're going crazy on upper side. All right, but if we get a rejection from here, one more pullback can be seen towards the downside. All right, okay, so you need to observe that one. So let's see if it happens to give retracement, right? Getting a retest for this levels, right? This can be a breakout towards the downside as well, and this can be a long side as well, right? Okay, if it happens to give us the retest right towards the downside. So you understand, guys. All right, if you try to understand this way, I think it will be easier for you all. We have tried to break out below this levels, right? Okay, and this is the retest that we have in this level. All right, okay, so retest for the shorter ones, right? If it comes down and clears below this levels, that's going to be a clear shorter towards the downside. But if it comes down and try to get a rejection from here and tries to break above these levels, that's going to be a very good long term side. All right, so we are waiting whether it will be given a retest for the shorter or not, right? That will be a good levels to close the short positions in this levels, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, if it passes up, well and good. Otherwise, you need to wait for this levels to open one more long up and upper side. All right. Okay, guys. For 1 minute time frame, we need to get back. 1 minute time frame. Gold, nice. Gold lovers, 15-minute time frame, big candles formed, right? Hope you caught this one, right? So whole day, like from the starting of the plans only 0.47 percentage done for you all, right? Book some profit, rest, let it float to this levels, right? And minimize your risks as much as possible, right? Okay, and let it float to this level. All right, so that can be good possibilities for you all for the gold, right? Okay, this is what you can do it. BT coming back, that's well and good for you all. Let's see if it happens to give these levels, that's well and good, right? That's going to be around $58,580. We can operate long from here as well, but that's going to be very risky. Okay, if you are not able to bear these losses, then 0.52 we have in the downside. That's a little bit boring for you all, right, guys? 0.5. It happens to give the pullback, retest pullback. Lovely for the gold, right, guys? You observe whether it gets reversal from this point and reversal from this point and your retest get failed or not. If it gets failed, you are waiting for a big shots on a downside. All right. Come on. Okay. Yeah, yeah. You have 1% from here as well. 1.10. Coming back to the zone. Hope that was understandable for you all, right, guys? Gold, lovely, guys. Gold lovers. Lovely. Superb, guys. 0.54 percentage done for the gold. Nice. Superb. BT we just missed with some points, right? It's okay. But came back to the zone one more time. No more. You can operate long positions if you wanted to take some risks, right, guys? Okay. You can operate one long positions and try to press these levels, all right? But minimum fund, okay, guys? Don't try to go with a big fund and try to get bashed off, all right, guys? Okay. Most probably, I'm expecting BT to fall back to these levels. Okay, so either that can be first an upper side, or come back, or that's directly towards downside and go back. Okay, but we need to come back to this level anyhow one more time. All right, so you can operate one long positions, right? Okay. Lovely gold. Lovely, guys. Super crazy, next level. All right, guys, with some profit, move your stop loss to the entry, right, and let it flow, right? Okay, it's up to you. I have given my best to give you all the setups, right? I've given my all energy to let you understand the market. Rest is up to you. There one risky trade is also going good, right? Okay. One level, we need to come back to this level anyhow. If it goes up firstly, right, from there maybe again coming down to this level, then we decide. All right, okay. If it happens to directly move on this level one more time, the market will come down to this level. That will be the last chance to get out of the trades for the short ones, right? Okay. If you have a really big positions, if you are running into negative, guys, all right, okay. So that time we will be operating long positions. You all people will be operating short positions from here, all right. That time we will try to take out the shots and try to move, give a bigger moves on upper side. So most probably maybe tomorrow or tomorrow we might like to see that moves, right? Okay, lovely, guys. Super crazy. This is your target, guys, all right. So from this levels, if it happens to push up on upper side, we want to hold it, it's up to you, right? Okay, I have no say for that one. Till this levels, that's fine. If it happens to move on upper side, right? While going on upper side, you are doing nothing, right? If it happens to come down, you're taking the shots, all right? Okay. And for the confident, if you wanted to go on upper side, right, next time, so you might like to go for this levels, right, above this levels, and try to go for a bigger moves on upper side, right? This will be my last entry, right, whereby I will be holding this long positions a little bit on upper side after this confidence on upper side, right? Something like this. So let's wait, right? Will the market give this move directly or just come back to this level and try to move? So from here, market has a two choice, right, guys? Two choice. Either market try to come down to this levels, right, my levels, and try to move up on upper side and try to come down and do the retest, right? Or market directly push on upper side and do the retest and come back. Don't get confused, guys. All right. Lovely, guys. Book some profits, right? Okay. For the gold get crazy over here. So for the shorts one, guys, all right. Gold, if you can hold below this level, if you can open below this levels, right, that will be nice for you all right. Okay, upper side it will be a little bit risky. Okay, in fact, if it happens to pass through this levels, that's well and good, right? Okay, so this levels is so important for you all right. You can further move on upper side, but trying to this retest, if it gets past, right, then market will be a little bit sideways. All right, guys, a little bit sideways. So far so cool. Those who are watching me for the first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, alright guys, so that you guys don't miss my live streaming from Monday to Friday sessions, right guys? Every day I try to come on a live stream so you can catch me and make some dollars with me, right? So sometimes I make losses as well, alright? That time you will be doing losses as well. Okay, but I try give my best to give you all the setups, good setups, right? So most probably I'll try to take a screenshot of this one and we'll try to resume tomorrow, right, guys? Whatever it is. Book some profits, all right, guys, for the gold. Make your stop loss to the entry, all right. If you want to hold in the furthermore, just a small move, you can get it to the target. If you want to get full, if you want to close it, it's up to you. All right, guys, it has a chance of getting reversal as well, right? Okay, so it's up to you. All right, guys, what you want to do it. I have given you all setup that gives you around 0.81 percentage on gold as well. Not bad, right? Yesterday taken three setups. Today could take only two setups for the Bitcoin, right? Okay, one on a shorts and one on a long, right? This move we missed it 0.6 percentage on upper side. Okay, gold yesterday took taken one shots, right, from this levels, that was it, and this levels, right? Yesterday short was in this level, right guys? Okay, we took it short, right, from this levels all the way towards this zone. Today we took one long on upper side. Okay, only two setups for yesterday and today, right, Monday. So both in the profits for the gold. BTC yesterday one trade was stop loss, right? Okay, and two trade was beautiful one, 1.85 percentage and 0.3 0.67 percentage, and we lose 0.3 percentage. All right, okay, so manage accordingly, guys. I need to go for dinner now, right guys? Okay, so we'll come back tomorrow and resume it, right? Okay, so most probably you'll be observing this levels. Try to understand this levels very carefully, guys. Okay, so market try to break out towards the downside. This is the if the market happens to come down, that will be the retest for the long one and the confirmations for the shorts, right? Okay, so if it happens to come down, most probably for the longs, it should get reversal from this levels and try to move on upper side. If it happens to pass below this levels on a downside, that will become invalid for the longs, right guys? You have to understand that one. If once it happens to directly come from here or whatever it does from this levels, right, coming down, all right, okay. So in fact, one short position can be traced once it happens to pass through while going on upper side. You are not shorting it while coming on a downside. When it approaches below these levels, you can go for a one shots on a downside for the scalpers and try to trace around 1% again on a downside, right? And if you are planning a long next, all right, okay, after this is completed, right, if you wanted to plan for the longs, right, from this levels, right, it will be risky one, but you will be trying to get one more some more profits, right? Okay, but after passing above this levels, it's going to be confident for you all. You might like to trace at this levels very long on a precise as well, right? Okay, so this can be done, right? Okay, so make sure that you are not getting picked out in this levels, right? Okay, guys, most probably. All right, coming back one more time, right? If it happens to do it right now, we'll just observe it. All right, guys, if it happens to directly come to this levels, then we'll try to observe it, right? Okay, if it happens to directly come to this levels with a passing and a precise, right, you most probably we should get a for long ones, we should get reversal from here. If it happens to pass down, it is going to be risky for the longs. That will be converted towards the shorts. All right, you have to understand that one. Most probably if it happens to come directly towards the downside, we can directly trace one long positions above this levels and try to take risks till this level. All right, guys, this is what we can do it. All right, okay, for the BTC, for the gold, right, it's still pumping on upper side, right, a bit. All right, coming back, coming back to the entry one more time. So most probably if it happens to directly come down, right, so this will be, if it comes down directly, guys, okay, if it comes down directly, this short is going to be invalid. All right, after it comes down while going on upper side, okay, again coming down on a downside, you cannot short it in this levels, right? This short will be, if it comes down directly, fill up this, we need to fill up this levels anyway. All right, even if you're pushing an upper side or whatever it is, right, you need to fill up the setups, right, this levels. Okay, if it keeps filling right now, right, okay, then this short is going to be invalid. You cannot short it in this levels. All right, guys, okay, cannot short it. All right, rather what you will be doing it, right, only planning on the longs above this levels and trying to move on a precise. So okay, only one positions will be given, right? Okay, so this is the thing you have to take into consideration. That's all, guys. Have a good time. Anyways, let me see a few comments. Neat after lunch. All right, in my thoughts. All right, okay, sir. I liked you very first time I saw you, non-econ. All right. Thank you so much, Anon. Ziva says he have a girlfriend. All right. Okay, okay. Book some profits, okay, guys. For the gold, book profits, okay, guys. All right. For the goals, you have to plan accordingly. All right. We'll try to come down, come tomorrow and try to see what have happened. All right. Okay. So accordingly, you can plan. I'm leaving right now because I need to go for the dinner right now. All right. Okay. So. Guys, hope that was helpful to you all, guys, to understand the market better, right? Okay, I gave my best to explain you all whatever I know, right? Rest is up to the God, whatever it wants to do it, right, guys? Okay, I have no questions for that one, right? Okay, have a good time, take care, guys. All right, have fun. Okay, take care. Anyways, those who are making profits, keep close your trades and sleep. Those who are not able to make a single dollars, and if you're running into losses, close the trade, sleep. All right, okay, we'll come back tomorrow again to resume the program, this plans, this club. All right. All right, okay, guys, so have a good time, take care. If you have any questions, you can throw me back, right? I'll just quickly throw you back and I'll just leave for the dinner. All right, I'm hungry now. I can't. I'm speaking less small. All right, fine. Giving you a slow voice and putting my all energy on the strategy. All right, okay. You have a girlfriend. Okay, okay. No questions, guys. We'll see you tomorrow, right then. Okay. Don't miss tomorrow's plan, guys. Tomorrow is going to be a big day for us. All right. There should be a very big pump or dump tomorrow. All right. Okay. Take care. Bye bye. Love you all. Signing off. Dragon.